Hey guys, I'm going to talk about experiencing lack of identity and my journey through that and what happened to me on that that path. And I think that experiencing a lack of identity is actually a really really good thing among a lot of things. And it feels bad in the moment because you feel like you can't identify with things, and that's okay, I think, in the long run. I think that's a really good thing that because in the past I identified with a certain person, a certain idea of myself, a certain idea of my life and the way it was going to be. And I think that's okay to just let go of that sometimes, and it's really good to let go of that. Because sometimes that idea that you have about yourself or about your life is not the highest vibrational thing you can create. Usually it's not very high vibrational. Usually it has a lot of your ego into it, and that's important just to sometimes let go of that at times and just become who you really are. Because that's what it helped me do when I was experiencing this lack of identity. I started to experience something completely new and completely of something who I really was underneath all that identity, like the all the amazing, the really good ooey gooey stuff, and and it's pretty fearful to like and brave to like really dig under all that ego and all that stuff and become who you really are and become what you've always thought you've wanted to be, or whatever you wanted to call it. But but experiencing who I really am was the most amazing thing for me, and it's really unexplainable because everyone's going to experience their true selves differently and experience their true selves every day in the present moment, keep experiencing new things about themselves. But it's almost an experiential thing, and everyone has to experience that. I can't really tell you how it really is or how it feels because it's going to be different for everyone. But I can tell you one thing: it is going to be freaking awesome and amazing, because for me, it was truly just amazing experiencing the love, the light of who I was, and knowing that nothing can touch that, that nothing, no one can do anything to that, and that even I can't even do anything to that. I feel like it shines so bright that it doesn't matter like what happens or what happens in my life. It's almost being in that state. You don't have to be fearful of anything, fearful of death or fearful of like what's going to happen. You are just there. You're just experiencing life and experiencing who you are through a body, and it's incredible because you switch from a whole different perspective. It's like you have in your blinders right here, and then you go boom like that, and it's really really cool. And you don't have to and I also experience lack of attachment to thought and things, uh, and like sports, for example, like soccer. I identify with that. I'm a soccer player. I did this, and or I'm vegan, or I do that. Those kind of just those labels kind of just went away, sort of. They were so minuscule to who I really was, which is super expansive and loving, that I'm all inclusive. You know, it's not. I don't want to be pinpointed by one thing or another. And having that lack of attachment to thought, which is really cool. You don't have to be thinking about things all the time. You don't have to identify with your thoughts or your emotions. They are not who you really are. And that's what really helped me, because people say you are your thoughts, which is not true. You're the still observer of your thoughts. You're observing your thoughts going by, and this happening and this happening. But also, experiencing that lack of attachment to thought, I was able to find stillness within myself and peace. And that's really important. Knowing that I can just be in peace with nothing in the present moment, with no thought. At any moment, I can find this peace. I don't have to like every day I can find the peace within myself in meditation or yoga or certain things that I do. You know, it doesn't, before I'd never felt that emotion or whatever you want to call it, peace. I'd never felt it, really felt it. And then once I felt this, I was like, this is kind of boring almost. But then I thought again, I can make this whatever I want it to be, you know what I mean? I can change my whole perspective about this. I can be in the state of peace and love being in the state of peace, being happy in the state of peace, or being with source, being around the source vibration. It's almost like if you were to meditate all day with source vibration and just sit there would be not a whole point of experiencing this life on earth. So that's why it's maybe a little bit boring. Why, you know, just meditating all day. So you might as well not meditate all day because it will get boring probably. Because we're here to experience things for a reason, the earthly experience, to experience all different kinds of things. Yeah, and it really just expanded everything. Expanded like what I thought was possible in myself. And manifesting things. I didn't think that was real. And the reason why I wasn't able to manifest things is because I didn't even think it was real. I didn't believe in it. And I didn't let it take its course, its path. Sometimes manifestations take time, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this manifestation thing, and if it doesn't work, that's okay, but I'm at least gonna try it. And I tried it, and it wasn't working for a while, and then once I started getting better at it and like surrendering and allowing to the universe and to source, it really started to kick into gear and moving into the heart, into a state of self-love, because that amplifies everything, which is really awesome. And choosing higher vibrational things to manifest, because those things manifest even way faster than the low vibrational things. Just building enough positive momentum in your life. Yeah, and what do I want to be is a big thing. What do I want to be in this life? What do I want to align with? It's all up to choice. And I wanted to choose like very high vibrational things. I want to be love. I want to be truth. I want to be all these things, these amazing things about myself. I want to be amazing. I want to look at myself and just be proud of myself sometimes, all the time, and be confident in myself. For once in my life, I want to be confident in who I am, and I want to love who I am. It's almost like you just get to choose sometimes at a point. Once you release a lot of these emotions, once they start to come out, and it feels really good, you just cry them out. You let your guides pull this energy out of you, and you can literally choose whatever you want after that. You can choose to be happy, and I didn't think that was a thing, because I'd been depressed my whole life, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and I truly am so much happier now. But yeah, that's my video on experiencing lack of identity, which is actually a really good thing, not a bad thing.